You should never listen to your haters, okay? Never. Not even a little bit, okay? And the reason being is because they don't want you to be successful. They will do anything to make sure that you are not successful. And they would have joy knowing that they are doing better than you and you're doing worse than them. Think about that. They actually get pleasure out of seeing other people fail. There is a prime distinction between good people and bad people. And how I define that and how all my friends define that as basically someone with their intent to see others fail in life. I've lived long enough to understand that. And it's quite sickening, but you have to deal with it, right? Everyone in your life you need to really check up on and see what they're up to. Meaning not like get in their business. What I mean is like figure out like what are they doing? Are they supporting you? Do they take the time to listen to you? I mean, I understand if people are busy and you know they're like, hey, I don't got the time to talk to you, but they need to tell you that, right? But even if you're busy and you know someone needs your help, you're going to talk to them. You're going to make time. Like, okay, you can communicate that with them. But you know, the main thing is that you should only listen to people that are actually going to benefit your life. That doesn't mean take advantage of people in a bad way, like manipulate, but essentially you do want to take advantage of the things around you. Take advantage of the time that you have. Taking advantage is not always, there's two definitions of taking advantage. Taking advantage the right way, taking advantage the wrong way. Don't think when I say take advantage of people, meaning like rip them off or exploit them or stuff like that. Anyone that you have a private conversation with and then they share that private information with other people, that's definitely a gossiper. That's definitely someone that is a terrible person. The conversations that we have with people and the dreams and the goals and the motivations of us are only privileged. They're always privileged. So don't always share your goals with people. And pay close attention. If you have a goal in mind, if you want to, I have so many customers. One customer is trying to sell his property. And you know, my customers have multi-million-dollar properties and million-dollar properties and you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars of properties. I work with a lot of real estate investors and they're flipping and all that stuff. So one guy was telling me like dealing with real estate agents. I don't know if you guys are in the real estate industry, but real estate agents, especially real estate agents in California, are a piece of work. I hate working with realtors. Okay, they're like a fast talking used car salesman on steroids. It's an industry where everyone pretends to be your friend, but they're just fake. Not all, some are okay. But anyway, yeah, like if it's your goal to sell your home or even get a home and someone's knocking that dream, you got to realize why are they doing that? Okay? What's the definition between corrective criticism and just criticism? Criticism is not good. You shouldn't be around people that are criticizing other people. Okay? If people are criticizing others to help them, that's different. If people are criticizing others to put them down and to destroy them, that's the ultimate difference, right? It's called corrective criticism for a reason. You should not open your mouth about anyone, but sometimes it happens, but we have to stop ourselves. We should not open our mouth about anybody unless our intention is to help them, right? There comes a fine line with understanding the character of people. And there's a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing out there. There's a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing that are pretending to be such good people, But do you know all they're doing is talking crap about other people, including you? You'd be surprised. You can't trust smiles these days. The ugly truth of life, where if you're a business owner or you're trying to be successful, you're going to have haters. People are just going to be super jealous about you. Super duper jealous. They see how you live. They see how you look. They see that you have things going on, and it just really pisses them off, right? It really pisses them off. And you have to be aware of that. That's why people they don't want to share information, because it's not about being modest, right? Like, a lot of the good things in life that must be shared. You know, like this $3,000 tank right here. It's beautiful. And some people are offended by that I say it's $3,000. Or look at this tank right here. This is a $4,000, actually, yeah, about $5,000 tank right here. You know? And the value of this place that I'm in, it's well over $1 million. So this is $1 million investment. This is $1 million property. Some people get pissed off about that. Okay? Some people do not like confident people. Some people feel intimidated by it. Some people get a churn in their stomach when they find someone that's actually better than them. You notice when you go to the gym, right? It's always the weightlifter guys, the guys that lift heavy weights, and the fat people. Those would be the ultimate extreme of people in the social divide in a gym. And it's the same with super rich people and really poor people, right? There is an innate jealousy between the poor and the rich, and they discuss between the rich and the poor. Because depending upon, you know how you become really wealthy is that you always treat life as ground zero. People that actually have real wealth and physical fitness know that just eating one bad thing that day can trickle down to doing something else bad and getting into extreme obese. Have you ever seen an obese person, someone that's above, you know, their recommended BMI? You see like their fat is like congregating underneath their chin. You can't even really see their neck. Yeah, it's really bad when that happens. Okay? You notice people that they film from the chest up, they won't film their full body. Yeah. You know, so those are the type of people that are typically jealous of other people that have good bodies, right? Now, here's the thing. You can't be jealous of other people that are doing better than you, right? And everyone that is a hater is always going to undermine a successful person's success and call them a scam artist. That's their way of justifying that other person's success. They're like, you know what? Let me write them off because I have nothing to show for and I'm not successful in my own endeavors. Okay? So let me tell you something about myself. I have put the work in my body. Do you think it's easy to wake up early and go to the gym and knowing I have customers call? Sometimes customers call me at random times when they know they shouldn't. I pick up the phone. My assistant picks up the phone. Sometimes my assistant is not always around. My assistants, I have 2 assistants, okay? When one goes to sleep, the other one's awake. And when one's awake, the other one goes to sleep. So they're working 24 hours a day, even more than that. But that's still not enough, okay? The amount of clients that we have for this small business is actually pretty astonishing. So that's been my thing, right? I have a business, and not just this business. I have a company, I have another company, I have 2 companies, I have another startup that I'm working on, and it's difficult. These companies are not making any money, right? So it's hard when you're investing in a business and growing it, and people just want to write off your success, right? They want to talk crap, but you can't listen to them. So this message is for you guys out there. If you're dealing with people that are just talking crap about you, you can't pay attention to them, right? At all. I used to think, well, If I ignore them, it's not addressing the situation, it's running away. It's not running away. Don't think not dealing with a toxic person is running away. Whether you guys have been in a toxic relationship, you'll notice couples in a toxic relationship, they continue to argue back and forth. There's no point in arguing with anyone when they just don't understand your point. They don't value it. They don't respect it. And all they want to do, their intention, is just want to drag you down and upset you. Notice, everything that they're trying to do is just trying to bother you. It's not yielding anything positive. And so in life is too short to argue back and forth with certain people that just don't get it. The type of people that never seem to move out of trailer parks. The type of people that never seem to move out of the ghetto. I used to have roommates. I used to live in questionable places in my childhood, and I'm so glad I moved out of those places. If I look at this place now, it was always my dream to own a home and own property and just be successful. I had friends that would buy Jordans, would buy the latest shoes, and even like go to the dentist and like get braces and stuff like that. My parents couldn't afford that, right? So when I saw people do that and this and that and have even a car at age 16, 17, I was like, wow, what are they doing? They know something that I don't know. Who are their parents? And I got to meet their parents, and their parents, are great people. I liked how they think. And I noticed people that aren't successful, they think a certain way. I always did not agree with unsuccessful people, how they approach life, what they thought about, the things that they do, everything I am in complete disagreement with. So you yourself have to understand that there is no point in arguing with stupid people. They're never going to understand what you want and what you're trying to accomplish. And so a good way to handle this is that you start hanging out with more successful people that are really successful. And you're going to find these people that are really successful, they don't have time for nonsense or negativity. And if there is any atom of negativity, they're quick to clear it up. Let me tell you about successful people that have millions. They're going to look at a problem quickly, and they're going to realize, okay, what's the solution to this problem? They're not looking at picking sides. They're not looking at, what I realized? People that are poor, people that are petty, people that are cheap and go nowhere in life, people that are overweight, have nothing going on for them. They're always looking to pick sides. People that are broke with no money, they're always looking to point the finger at rich people and say, you know what? They were born with a silver spoon. They have this, they have that, they're privileged. Maybe on camera they talk different, but do you actually know how these people live? You'd be surprised. People are in the situation that they're in because of their own actions. And it's those people that can take responsibility of that. And there's people that are like single moms and they want to blame their ex or their husband, or they say, I'm a single mom and I'm taking care of these kids. Let me tell you something, to be a single mom in this modern day society, it's not difficult, especially when the law is in your favor, okay? So don't sit here and say, I'm a single mom, and you know what I mean? I mean, if you're a single mom, you need to listen to this message, okay? The law is in your favor. So don't sit there and try to wear a badge of honor saying, I'm a single mom. My mom was a single mom, but my mom was also another story, okay? And I don't agree with my mom. I don't agree with I've had many moms in my life. And let me tell you the type of people that I choose to hang out with. I choose to hang out with very positive people, successful people, people that have empathy, The mothers that I've had several mothers in my life. They were always supportive and empathetic, and they always wanted to put their best foot forward. And those are the types of people that you want. They're like, you know what? If you can't agree with someone, you need to move on and just do good for yourself. Hopefully, that's how systems work in the United States. Okay? You can't just be looking out to maliciously destroy people. People just don't do that. Like, you're not going to get anywhere with that, right? If your intention is to find every little legal quirk and problem with people, you're going to end up really destroying people. And it's not good. Because the only thing yet those types of people are trying to do is they're trying to manipulate their knowledge for the use of destroying others. Because no one in life is perfect, right? And so if we are constantly looking to correct other people, policing other people, right, without even looking at our own selves, successful people are not concerned with looking at other people. They look at themselves and they're like, you know what? How can I be the change that I seek in the world? You don't think people learn from their mistakes? Oh, that's right. Some people don't make mistakes. They're perfect. So be careful. Since we're all human and we all make mistakes, okay? Look for the people that pretend to be perfect and they're looking to criticize other people. Because here's the thing. People that are constantly criticizing others, saying they're a scam, they're this and that, and this and that. Their intention is to make others look bad because they think it's going to make them look better, right? That's typically how it works. I don't make content bashing on other people. I just talk about facts. Some people take it out of hand. Guess what? That's not my problem. Because on this channel, we share things for you. It's for you guys. The content is for you, not for Andre. Because it's a little bit for me. I'm running this shit. I can't lie. There's a private group, so you guys should join it. And for clients only, meaning if you haven't paid me $1,500, $3,000, you ain't getting in that group. Okay? So don't think that you're going to be some lurker, because there's people that lurk on here. The people that work with me, they know Andre. Okay? They know. They met me. They know. I meet a lot of you guys too. When I'm traveling through Texas or California or New York or Florida, Andre has friends everywhere. Really cool friends. So, as I was saying, it's all about choices in life, right? Deciding to be the bigger person and putting your best foot forward. Those negative people are going to try to drag you down back in their nonsense, but it's not going to work. That would be a big skill to have. I notice a lot of wealthy people, they don't pay 1 second to negativity. And you think, well, what, are they running from it? They're not running from it. This doesn't exist. If something is not true, then you fucking ignore that shit. If someone is saying, oh, this is a scam and this is that, oh, you don't do that, dude, ignore that shit. I already know what I got is the best shit. If you're disputing items by mail, you're doing whatever nutcase did. You know how many, all my customers know the truth. Okay? Too many people on YouTube, they're not showing you before and after. They're not showing you the dates. People want to talk about dates. Look at the dates. Look at my content. It's just interesting how one person is saying the same thing and trying to control that narrative. Well, you're only convincing a small group of people. The majority of people know and can evaluate. They've seen the same things that those other people saw, and they still pay me. Okay, you got to think about that. So obviously what those people are doing is just not working, and they're just trying and trying and trying. They're trying to look for dirt. They're picking up dirt and it's throwing it and it's ending up back on them. So that's how you deal with that. You can't be out here destroying people. You can't be out here fighting people. You can't be out here in the real world being a social justice warrior. And the police will tell you that. When something's happening, the police will tell you, do not engage with the suspect. Do not do that. And because you can't fight with, you should leave it to the people that it's their job to do that. Their job is nasty. Even the police, they hate their job. The military, everyone in the military, they hate it. They come back. And that's if, being in the military now is different than being in the military 50 years ago, 70 years ago, 100 years ago on D-Day. Imagine what it was like being D-Day. So you think you joined the military, it's not like it used to be, okay? It's not like it used to be. It's not. In fact, there's less of the military globally now than there used to be, relatively, because that's another topic. America is no longer good at be the global police of the world. They stopped doing that long ago with the Navy. They decommissioned so many ships. They used to patrol the oceans like before, but not anymore, right? And so now we're like really not giving a shit. So that's going to destabilize the globe, right? So anyway, that's another topic. Geopolitics, we can discuss that later. I'm not an expert on it, so I'm not going to pretend to be. But yeah, the main thing here is, guys, like, if you have, everyone has haters, and the less haters you have, the less successful you are, right? The most successful people in this world always have the most people that are jealous of them, okay? And we can see clearly, our emotional intelligence can see clearly about this. Notice how these people try to intellectualize everything. They're like Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton. You know Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton? Listen to how people talk. And if they talk like them, where they're always intellectualizing everything, it's because they're trying to cover up dirt and trying to make it look like roses, right? But we know emotionally, it doesn't serve any explanation. We know that what you're saying is shit. Look at your face. Look at how you act. So that's it. Anyway, thank you guys for the continued support. I know there's going to be some new signups from this video. I'm going to try to keep it real with you, right? And the good news is, the wonderful thing about YouTube is, if you don't like someone's content, you don't have to watch them. You hear me? So there are people that watch my content every day religiously, and they hate me. You guys got to fix your shit. I don't go to anyone else's channel and watch nothing, right? So that's the beauty. That's the great thing about YouTube. If you don't like something, you don't have to watch it. And if you don't like this channel, then you don't have to watch it ever again. But if you're continuously, perpetually posting content about my channel, then it comes to show that you have something wrong with you. Either you're an affiliate. If you're not making money by posting my content, you're wasting your time, because you ain't going to stop Pinnacle. Not everything exists on social media, right? There's things that exist only with me and God and those people. I just had 2 30-minute conversations with some people. Like, my clients already know, like, they get down, okay? The amount of thank yous that I get on a regular basis, thank you. You don't know how much I appreciate. And I don't need to use those situations as marketing. If anything, it's just to show what's real. There's a lot of stuff that I'm not posting on YouTube. If people think that, this is the only thing that's going on, you do not know the true story. And that's the thing with people. They think they know the full story with the limited amount of information that they have. Well, there's enough information about Pinnacle for you guys to understand, because we, even my competition, they're allowing me to be platformed on there. Because you have to think about badcredit.org and John Olsheimer and Brandon Rossman. You got to understand, these are contributors to other competing companies, but they're not calling me a scam. These are people that have worked with Equifax, that have worked with MSNBC, that have written countless articles, that have been on platforms and contributed to even Credit Versio. These are big multi-million-dollar companies and people with credentials, and they're not saying anything bad about Pinnacle. They're letting me on their platform. You can't convince them. They already did the research, because some nutcase on YouTube that's the only one saying this, you're insulting the intelligence of people that already did the research and due diligence, and people that have invested interest in Pinnacle. We're working as a community, even though we're a competition. That's the problem with people with no maturity, is that they're not business-minded people. They're not diplomatic. They're just like some loser in some rural area just spewing out hate. Bro, stop eating, lose weight, okay? You're broke, living in a bum shack, all right? I'm helping you out by telling you this, because the more you mention me, people are looking at you and they're looking at me and they're weighing. They're like, okay, let me choose Andre because Andre has more information. You don't have the accolades and the credentials that Pinnacle has, so it's best for you to keep it zip it. You don't get it, but whatever. All the bad stuff that you share about me is only going to make you look bad. More than half of the stuff that they're saying, actually literally everything that they're saying is just a bunch of lies. And people know that. They see you as a troll. They don't really take you seriously. They look at you and like, I don't even want to look at him. He's fat and he can't even put the sentence together well, right? And his content sucks. And his handwriting looks like a serial killer. That's what's going on. You know how many people tell me actually, not a lot of people see your channel. If you look at your views, not a lot of people. So a lot of people see this channel and they see the views, and that's what they're jealous of. So yeah, people are going to be jealous of your success, okay? They're going to be jealous, and you're going to have to not care. Their opinions about you are irrelevant, okay? They're like kind of like the dirt on the ground. It's kind of like irrelevant to some degree, you know, like a speck of dirt, right? It's only relevant the relevance that you give it. So don't give it power. They're trying to suck your attention out. Don't give it power. So that's the theme today. Don't give your haters their attention. They're just attention whores. They want your attention. They want to steal your attention from your prize because they can't get. So a person that cannot and has not gotten success in their life, success to them, their only success and happiness lies within the ability to steal your attention from getting success, because then this creates the gap between you and them. And that gap gets further and further away, and they become more lonesome in their wallowing of discontent. So that's what it really boils down in a man's heart. These older men that don't really get it. They're past their prime and they're pissed off and they want to take other people down, right? That's the quiet desperation that men live. They haven't made it in life. And it's always these older loser men that have not made it in life. If you're bragging about a $40,000 house in the suburbs and some truck that you don't even own outright, and it's a freaking truck. It's like a $20,000 truck. Like, that's nothing. Like, that's what you want to, that's your flex? Okay. All right. Try owning multiple real estate in different parts of the world. That's a flex. All right. Try having hundreds of reviews online. Try having multi-million-dollar companies talk about your success. Try having actual customers leave reviews and not fake reviews. Try not being the only one that's saying one thing about one particular business that you are so jealous of. Then people will actually believe you because they don't really believe you. So anyway, my channel is not to gas up my own ego. I don't make content for that. My channel is content to serve my community. That's the difference between me and you. And I'm not going to call you sir, because I have absolutely no respect for you. And you know exactly who you are. your little tiny group of broke, desperate loser men. You will never, never, never be able to do anything to take me away from my success. As much as you think you can and try. Every breath that you take is wasting your life. And I'm just getting more successful and rich. So you need to come to terms with your own misfortunes and your own doubts and your own problems. You guys have a lot of deep-rooted problems in your life. Not me. My life is good. Okay? My clients are good. We get results. Okay? So those of you watching here, if you hear anything, if you see anything a little strange, well, it is strange. Okay? Don't believe the bullshit. Ask yourself, why are people saying this? Just because people say things doesn't make it true. And that's why you have multi-million-dollar companies on a platform that's owned by competitors that are still platforming me. Think about this for a moment. Think really smart. Don't just believe what some fat, overweight bum says in a trailer park. It doesn't really add up. So, Mr. Loser bum, you've completely wasted your time, and all of the past videos that you've made have actually been ineffective. They've actually helped me out, right? But I don't need your help. But I'll give credit where it's due. Thanks for showing your true colors, because we already know you're not a man. So I was genuine, and you took it as a way to misconstrue my words, warp them, and use it to exploit me. Just like you did Tammy. Remember when you lied about Tammy? There are things that you do that you're not showing. I don't sit here and need to tell everyone about you. You're too busy doing that yourself.